Hi there. My name is MaddRads, and if you're watching this, you're probably wondering who the guy behind the thick goth Dommy Mommy is. And I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it is in fact the guy responsible for making all the videos with the thick goth Dommy Mommy. I kind of want to keep my personal life personal, so I'm not going to share too much information about myself, but I can give you the cliff notes, I guess. You can call me Mad, you can call me Rads, you can call me any variation of MaddRads that your heart desires. I'm 27 years old. I've been playing video games for as long as I've been old enough to hold a controller. My first video game ever was Comet Evolved, and my favorite video game of all time is Wasteland 3. My first ever Bethesda game was technically Oblivion. And while I'd played both Fallout 3 and New Vegas, I didn't properly fall in love with any of those games. I didn't fall in love with Bethesda in general until Skyrim came out, and that was in 2011. I think that game was by far the most played game of all time for me on the Xbox 360. But I have no way of verifying that because all of my old saves are on a console I no longer have, and the 360 didn't really track time played the way that modern consoles do. But after I fell in love with Skyrim, I went back and replayed Fallout 3 and New Vegas and eventually Oblivion, and I've never looked back since. Or maybe I should say I keep looking back because I still only really play those. Across all of Bethesda's Fallout and Elder Scrolls titles, as well as accounting for Starfield, I think I have a little under 11,000 hours total. When I did the math last time, it was 10,981 hours, but I've been playing all three of the major most recent Bethesda games since then, so that's probably been far surpassed by the time that this video goes up. I first started to mod back in 2015. Skyrim Legendary Edition, the old Skyrim, went on sale on Steam, and I installed it on the family computer and started perusing the Steam Workshop. I think the first thing I ever downloaded for that game was a mod that added the Black Panther's outfit as an armor set in-game. And since then, on Nexus mods alone, I've downloaded and tried out over 17,000 different mods for different games. With all that said, I'm by no means an expert. I guarantee you that any mod-centric YouTuber that you've ever watched has probably downloaded 4 times that. They probably have triple the amount of hours realistically. Whether you're watching Juicehead or Heavy Burns, they far surpass me in that field. For some non-video game facts about me, for a while I was in an alternative rock band as the bassist. I got thrown into a ceiling fan as a kid, and I will joke about this at every single opportunity that I'm given. My favorite place on earth is Las Vegas, Nevada, so much so that I tried to enter a career in the casino industry. And my entire perception of that industry has changed because I don't think I realized just how strict everything is. Like, you think you know how strict everything is, but you don't. You don't know the tip of the iceberg. It's insane to me how much I learned while I was in that career. What else? My first major special interest as a kid was dinosaurs. I watched Jurassic Park on VHS so much that it killed both the VHS tape, the VCR. It killed the player and the tape. And that's the only reason that my dad ever finally got around to buying a DVD player. But as an adult, nobody ever asks what your favorite dinosaur is. So I think that's kind of a redundant fun fact. Kind of sad, actually. It's Dilophosaurus, by the way, if you even care. Let me be clear, You know, I'm not trying to flex or anything with anything I just listed off. I know some of those sound really cool. I look at them and I get like imposter syndrome. I'm like, that could have been me. I didn't do that. But, you know, I'm just trying to, I have no idea how to introduce myself to other people. So I'm just listing off things that I think sound cool. I could just say, hi, my name is MaddRads, but that wouldn't really say much about myself, you know. As for what you'll see on this channel, for the time being, it will mostly be Starfield content, but I do plan on branching out. The anniversary update for Fallout 4 broke my mod list. Even after I set the game not to update, something broke somewhere along the way and it ended up updating anyways. I have no way of properly rolling it back. I can't find out what the issue is, so for the time being, Fallout 4 is kind of kaput. But I do have a fully modded Tale of Two Wastelands, Cyberpunk. I'm almost done modding my Skyrim. There's a couple things that I want to try out for Oblivion Remastered, so there are other non-Starfield related things in the works, just not yet. You know, have a little patience, have a little faith. If you were ever interested in non-modded games, I've got some stuff in the works for that too. Because, you know, I don't want to be kind of limiting myself to what I can play or what I can talk about, you know. I like video games in general, you know, whether it's something you can mod or something where you'll get banned for modding, you know. It just so happens that some of my favorite games can be modded. With that said, that's me. I'm MaddRads. I don't know if there's much more that I can say about myself. Thank you for watching. Comment your favorite dinosaur below. Like I said, mine's Dilophosaurus. Any other Dilophosaurus enjoyers in chat? Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you decide to stick around.